Welcome guys to another video of Kevalicious. I know it's been a while since I've last made a video, and I'm really happy to showcase you guys some of the new changes I've made and a lot of updates that have been happening in this episode of Lineage 2 Night updates. Might work on the name. I don't know. I might just use that. I have no idea. It's just an updated video of my server I've created called Lineage 2 Night. And I wanted to showcase today with my Orc Destroyer here today. I'm also going to be showcasing the Orc Destroyer and some of the changes in L2 Night, what to expect. And then mostly just all about today with my lovely assistant, Luna. Hey, Luna. Say hi. She doesn't want to say hi. She just wants to chill. With all the new updates that have done and all the cool things that you can do now at level 60, which is the current in-game content that I've created for this server. So let's jump into it. Okay, so first of all, I'm in Giran. I have a bunch of quests, and I'm gonna go around and use my superpowers of a GM to get around pretty quickly. So let me go ahead and add that in. All right, so let's talk about it. From 1 to 60, it is pretty much been revamped. I wouldn't say revamped, but more like helped with solo quests. So there's been this renowned understanding that it's been difficult to level in L2 Night, and I completely understand, because when I first created the server, I was all about creating content that was group oriented. Because when the game first came out, it was very much focused on leveling, getting to in-game. There wasn't really an in-game yet. There was nothing to do at in-game. So the in-game wasn't really existing because the leveling caps were being increased so often, or not so often, but my goal was to create content for every level bracket up until I felt comfortable, which turns out to be level 60. It feels like the levels, the way that the leveling works in L2 Night, it feels very rewarding. So right now, what you can do, or before you could level, was from doing raid bosses and group dungeons. So there's Elven Ruins all the way to Elven Fortress and to Crewman Tower. Well, now that there's level 60, much higher levels, because before the cap level started at level 10, then it went up to 20, then it went up to 40, then it went up to 52, and it was at 52 for a while. 40 and 52 was for a while, and now it's at 60, and it's been at 60 for probably the longest now. And within all those brackets, there all those other areas were kind of outdated now. I mean, they're still playable, and you still want to do them like every other MMO, right? That's just the MMO issue I see. It's like, how do you make leveling content still relevant? Back there, man. Luna, you getting the itch? I think she's got the itch. How do you make the leveling content as engaging as possible as in-game content? And I know for myself, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I love leveling, and one of my favorite things to do in MMOs is to level. So in this game, the leveling was really difficult because it wasn't tailored to solo players at all, and that's changed. So to explain myself, you can go in the world and you can check out this manager called the Quest Manager, and I'll show you right now. Before I show you this content, I'll show you in a second. So you can come into any of the main villages and towns and talk to this person called Adventure Guildsman, the quest guide. Speak to the quest guide to get quest info, click on level, and you can actually go through all the level brackets and see all the new quests that I created. So all these quests right here, I've made. They're personalized, they're mine, I designed them from scratch, and they are tailored to Lineage 2 Night. So you can come here and look at every bracket and see which ones that are new. Some of them are older, so you kind of have to play with it and click on them and then just see if they exist. I still have to go through and clean out the ones that aren't really meant to be done. Like a lot of these Ethereum quests at 20 and below are not playable because the lands for the Ethereans don't exist in this server. But once you hit 20 plus, a lot of these quests like Farmer Problems, Forgotten Temple, Encroaching Lizards, Harvest the Animals. These are new solo quests. Harvest Animals, Encroaching Lizards were just added recently for levels 20 plus. 1 through 20 feels great. There's quests for you to do. You can solo grind all the way till 20, and it's easy. Once you hit 20, there was this massive gap of like things to do for a solo player to be able to comfortably level. Well, that's changed. I've added a bunch of new daily quests that you can do starting at level 20 that will bump you up pretty quickly if you log in every day to get you up till 60 eventually. But obviously the fastest way to level will still be through raid bosses and doing the group content. So do expect, since it's an MMO, to want to play with people. So I definitely want to encourage you to reach out, group up with the, or try to reach out to the community, play with the players. They're super sweet. They're super nice. I'm very much about positivity and encouragement and just overall supportive environment within the server. And I don't tolerate on the server at all people who tend to want to bring down the server or are constantly negative and have nothing to give back to the server to actually make it better. I've had people in the past who have been nothing but negative, and that's just been a problem. I'll make another video about, just drama in general, because I want to start like a section of just topics that I bring up, and I just want to have a conversation. Hope you guys are interested. Let me know down below in the comments if you want to see videos of me doing stuff like that, because I do plan on making some like just random videos of just random topics that I just want to talk about, because I'm bored. And yeah, I think that'd be fun. Anyway, so that's how you should get in with the new solo quest added in. It's easier than ever for you to join in. Don't really need a group. You could just pop in and start playing, and it's really fun. So any town, you should look for the quest giver and start doing that. Once you hit 60, this is when the true game flourishes. I've really hit home on some in-game content stuff, and it's been really, really cool. So in Dark Elf Village, or Dark Elf Guild, you can come here, pick up a quest from Kira. There's multiple quests in different towns like Orin. So when you get to 60, you're going to want to go to Orin, and then you're going to want to talk to the guard captain there. So I'm going to show you guys some of the areas. So these are the old 60 content. So when you first hit 40 plus, you get C grade. C grade's from 40 to 60 now. And then all the quests that you pick up, especially at 60, so guard captain Moen is your next person. Talk to him, get your daily quest. You could do all of these, then you have to complete them. You can talk to Kira over here, get another quest. Dark Elf Village again here in Orin. You can pick up another quest, talk to Brexen, and he has another quest. These quests are the C grade material mat farming. So when you haven't gotten your C grade mats yet, it is highly recommended to focus on getting your C mats so that you can get your good gear for level 60. If you get plus boss C grade gear, you are good to go for most of the game. Recently though, there has been a release of B grade gear, which is really cool. I'll show you guys. Right now I have full plate, which is C. But recently there has been a release of B grade, and so I'll show you right now. There's up from Abaddon and Zubai that go into Blue Wolf and Doom. And the only way to get Blue Wolf and Doom is through doing the raid bosses, like world raid bosses, like Orphan, Core, and Queen Ant, which are the only ones out right now that you can do, which drop mats that you have to have in order to purchase Doom and Blue Wolf, which are the current in-game gear. It's very difficult to get. You can't expect to get on the server and get that gear quickly. You're going to have to farm, and you have to group up with your clan members to be able to get that content, that gear. However, the Zubai and the Abaddon set, like I'm wearing right now, the Zubai, you can farm that with dailies that I'll show you right now. So if you go to Aiden, where I'm going now, I'll show you. You can start picking up the new quest, because Aiden is the new city that just got released. This was a recent patch that I had created. You can come into this town. See, there's Megumin, one of the players. Hello. You can talk to Sir Eric Arthur, who's the Abaddon Knights. He sells all the accessory, Abaddon weapon, and Abaddon armor supplies. These are basically the mat materials that you will need to purchase. In order to craft the B material and B gear. So once you click on them, you'll see only dark shards. In order to get the dark shards, as you can guess, you have to talk to them and do their daily quests. Then once you click on them, you'll be able to see in the quest menu, so I've already picked them up, if I go to, let's say, let's find it, Tower Invasion, right? It gives me 1 dark shard. So I want to do their quests every day in order to get these dark shards in order to purchase the supplies. The same thing goes to Hugh. You don't need to worry. This is the Zubai gear. So you want to come to him and purchase the Zubai materials with the dark shards, like the exact same way with Abaddon. You also, however, want to pick up the daily quest from him. So both of them, even though they're different, like they give different supplies, you can pick up both quests regardless of which supplies you want to purchase, right? So you want to pick up all 4 from both of them. And then once you start doing them every day at level 60, you'll start getting your dark shards and accumulating them. Plus, you're going to want to do those quests that I told you about earlier to get mats. Once you get enough mats and you get enough dark shards and able to purchase supplies, you can come to the armor and weapon shop and see, like, okay, I need steel, which is steel and leather are the new B grade mats, which the old C grade mats like coal, iron ore, what was the other ones? Iron ore thread and animal skin can then be crafted at the blacksmith in order to make steel and leather. Animal bone is a unique B grade mat only introduced at 60 through a quest, and I'll show you in a second. And then you can buy the supplies right here, the Abaddon breastplate part, and some Medina. Once you've gotten all your supplies, you just purchase your gear and you're good to go. And this is included for accessories as well. So you're asking, okay, how do I get that animal bone? And is there an easier way to get that B material? Because, right, you have to craft with the old material in order to get the B material. Well, lucky you, when you hit 60 and you go to Aiden and start doing your quest, you can come here to Bone Collector Colin and get his daily quest. He's got human bones and corrupted bones. You guessed it. He loves his bones. Like Jeffrey Dahmer. So you can come here, talk to him, get his bone quest, and basically scroll down. Let me see if I can find his bone quest. You'll see you'll be rewarded if you do these dailies every day, 15 B material and 3 animal bone. The other one only gives 5 B material because the other quest is very easy to do and it's very soloable. However, for this other quest, it's actually very difficult, and you're going to need a group in order to do it quickly. Otherwise, you can solo it with most classes, but it's going to take a very long time. So expect to do a group with it unless you just have the time and want to do it solo, which you're perfectly capable of doing. Once you get enough of the mats, though, you come here to Aiden. Only the Aiden's blacksmith is able to give you the B material. So you can speak to him, and you can see this is where you get the steel and leather. You can either use straight up the B materials 1-on-1 exchange, so it's the easiest way to get the material, or you can use dark shards, which you can then, if you have a plethora of dark shards from the other quests that I showed you, you can use them to buy materials. Or you can use your C materials that you've been getting from level 1 up, is iron ore and coal, or thread and animal skin to make the leather or steel. And this is the most, the slowest way to do it, because obviously you need 3 of the old materials just to make 1. So that's a lot more materials if you do the old school way. However, the C gear and weapons that I was talking about earlier requires the C material. So from levels 1 to 59, basically drops the material that you can craft anything prior to B grade. But B grade, obviously you can still use it. It's just going to cost a lot more of those mats. So it's probably more cost effective, or it is more cost effective to use those mats, the old mats, for the old gear. However, let's say you got all the gear and you're all set to go on a character, you can use that extra gear to then craft the B material in order to make the gear. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I showed you the most recent content, which is really cool. So there's a lot more quests for levels like 20 to 60, especially solo quests, which has been extremely beneficial and has been asked the most for people who are just starting on the server. So it's a great time to start for you and your group, you and your buddies. Maybe you got a clan. I highly recommend checking out the server. We would love to see you. We definitely want some more activity. There's been castle sieges. There's been clan wars in the past that have been extremely fun, and overall the PvP has been exceptional. The class designs and the class mechanics that I've came up with, I've just felt so good. And yeah, I highly recommend checking out the server. We definitely would love to see you around. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or you want to learn more about the server, or what class do you want to see next, just definitely post below. I'll be making some more videos here in the near future over some class designs and just some other topics I wanted to bring up and talk about on my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are excited to hear more, and I look forward to showing you guys more videos in the future. Thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you in game soon. See you guys. Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.